It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
Mills throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 4 yards out. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And connecting quickly with Goddard. A gain of 6 there on first. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the passing in the running game. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check, 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 check.
So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A huge play there for Washington.
And the Washington first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mills on first down. Touchdown, Washington. Rob Gronkowski, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Sly on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Washington 14, Eagles 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Check 88. Check 88. Check smash. Check smash.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Washington 14, Eagles 3.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Hey, pick your game up. 5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hiking 18. 18. Pioneer. Check 43. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Hurts.
Get him. Get him. Get him.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 4. Check 4.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, eat. I'm coming. Cougar 19. Bang, 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 bang. Cup 19. Cup 19. 55.
Throwing is Hurts.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
An option handoff given to Sanders. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul searching on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On second down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hurry, 70. Man, I got you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mark 55. Mark 50. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Show it up. Show it up. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hey, check right. Check right.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll try and run the option. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Elliott is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Mills on 3rd and 2. Got his target, Samuel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Off the play fake, Mills. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On play action, Mills. There's McLaurin. What a catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run with Gibson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 52 is the mic.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the 27, Hurts, and he will find his man on the outside.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Hurts, he's going to keep this on the option. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They go play action with Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They throw it out right complete, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they are in at this stage of the game.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. First down, Mills. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And Bolt breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Washington. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And Washington going to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. The drive will start with an option going left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mills now from the 50. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. He wants it all for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
He was brought down at the 26.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 5 now. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about...
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal, and the entire